Alphonso Davies, the Canadian man whose talents are taking the world by storm. Whether it be his blistering runs on the left or his fancy little footwork or even his TikToks, Alphonso Davies' journey to Champions League glory was definitely one to remember. The 19-year-old star began life in Ghanaian refugee camp where he was born to Liberian parents who were fleeing the country's civil war. Only at 5 years old, Davies and his family left the Budabara refugee camp and moved to start a new life in Edmonton, Canada. As I quote from his interview with Gary Lineker, he says, "I can't really remember too much about those early years." So clearly, obviously an early struggle in his early life, and a change was obviously very, very necessary. By all accounts, it was clear as early as Davies' time in high school that he was no ordinary footballer. Vancouver Whitecaps tried to recruit him when he was just 14 years old, and Davies was very, very, very close to not going. His mother, Victoria, turned down Vancouver's offer, believing that her son wasn't old enough to leave home and be a truly independent person. And life took its turn for the best, as from the moment Alphonso Davies joined Vancouver's academy, to say his rise was meteoric would be something of an understatement. He signed his first professional contract with the club on July 15, 2016, and made his MLS debut a day later at just the age of 15 years old, becoming the second youngest player in the league's history and still holding that record to this day. The following year, Davies became a Canadian citizen and on the same day made his international call-up. He made his national team debut in a friendly against Curacao at the age of 16, becoming the youngest player in Canada's men's history. In the opening match of the 2017 Gold Cup against French Guiana, he went on to win the Golden Boot for being the tournament's top goal scorer, won the Young Player of the Year award, and was named in the tournament's award for the first full year of the seniors tournament's best XI. In his first full year in the senior international setup, Davies was named Canadian Men's Player of the Year as well. Now this is all at a super young age, proving that his talents from the get-go through the roof. To quote him once again, "I didn't know what I was supposed to do with my life, but once I came to Canada and I started watching on TV, my dad and brother were also watching them and played. I knew that football/soccer is what Alphonso Davies was made to do." By this stage in his career, his consistently brilliant performances meant Davies had a list of suitors waiting for his signature. It was evident that he wouldn't be staying in Vancouver for much longer. Despite reported interest from clubs such as PSG and Manchester United, the rising star opted to sign for Bayern Munich, the German powerhouse. Lured by the German's club track record, a young, maturing talent was about to land in Munich. Davies states in an interview that we sat down with Bayern Munich, and as soon as I heard them, there was no hesitation to join. Bayern paid an MLS record of $13 million for the 17-year-old, an amount that would rise to $22 million based on add-ons. After joining Bayern in 2018 January transfer window, Davies played sparingly in the second half of the campaign, but enjoyed his major breakthrough the following season. Davies was initially signed with the intention of eventually replacing outgoing wingers Ian Robben and Frank Ribery. However, at the time, Davies had started 37 of his 38 competitive matches for Bayern in a defensive role. It's a testament to his character and his football IQ, having the ability to go from a left attacking wing who's used to just staying up there, skilling his opponents, to then being forced to push back a little bit and turn that mentality into the team. Current Bayern Munich coach Hansi Flick recently stated Alphonso Davies as one of our best players. Alphonso Davies really grew to a large following in this season's Champions League campaign, as he was lining it up on the left side, making numerous runs, and when it came down to that historic semi-final against Barcelona, where he made an absolute mockery of the Barcelona squad with having that assist, and also he had the matchup of his career. The GOAT Messi versus Alphonso Davies.
Towers on the track.
In an interview after the game, Alphonso Davies got asked, did you get to swap shirts with your idol? But Messi obviously a bit disappointed. So obviously I think that night and this Champions League tournament, which we'll get to later on, was really the night where Alphonso Davies established his name as a star, not only now, but of the future. Davies' list of individual and team accolades at the age of 19 is enough to draw in envious glances from even the most seasoned professions. 2 Bundesliga titles, 2 German clubs, Bundesliga Rookie of the Year, MLS All-Star of the Year, Vancouver Whitecaps Player of the Year, and the ultimate one, the UEFA Champions League. Now, Alphonso Davies, as we've heard throughout this mini documentary, an absolute whirlwind of a talent who is only just beginning. He's come from a tough childhood, he's developed, made his way into the big leagues, and at this point, he doesn't look like he's about to stop. Alphonso Davies has had a meteoric rise, and it's evident that the young Canadian is here to stay.